JT, you brought up quota, you brought up goals, you brought up expectations, you brought up employees knowing what they need to do. When this podcast comes out, it'll be in the middle of Q1. And the SAASholes recently did a survey, and the response that has come back to the question of, have you been given your quota yet for 2023? 63% have said no. Do you have any thoughts on that? And why is that happening?
Yeah, yeah, I have a lot of thoughts on that. So, where do we start on that one? So, first and foremost, every organization, and I think I mean every, really knows when they walk into the year what they want to accomplish, at least at the highest level. They might not know the exact number, but use a company that says, look, we want to, as an organization, we think we can hit $2 million in ARR run rate. Like that's what we think we can do. We're going to do $2 million and use that same organization that says, okay, and we're going to have 3 people on our sales team. And maybe just for easy math, we have another 3 people within our account management organization. So we really have 6 people that have to go get the number. So you get into this immediate discussion around, there's 2 strategies. Actually 3 strategies. We can either assign out quota and numbers that are greater than the number that we need. That's called getting into an over-assigned position, right? So if I need 2 million, I've got 3 people. I'm giving Jason, Marcus, and Pete, I'm giving them each $1 million quota. So I'm going to sign out $3 million. I only need 2 million, but I'm going to sign out 3 million. You say, well, why would you do that? I want them to overachieve. I want them to be bullish. I want to show them a comp plan that is unbelievable at $1 million. Nobody thinks they're going to actually hit it, but we're going to get ourselves in a position. So by the way, so if Jason leaves or if he's politely asked to go find his next opportunity, I still have enough to cover my number. That's position 1. That's opportunity 1. Second option is you just say 2 million divided by 3. I know it's not perfect math. We're going to sign that out. Third position, which is the more difficult position, we're going to be realistic about our numbers, but by the way, they don't add up to the number we need. Therefore, I assign it out. Now you're under-assigned. What message does that tell your people? And then if you have investors, good news is we think we can overperform. It's also called selling on a prayer or walking into the year on a prayer. I know how I'm going to do it. Something's got to fall out of the sky, but that's the plan we're going to go with. I don't recommend going into the year with that one. I'm coming back to your question, Marcus. And so the reason that I think organizations don't get assigned out before the year starts is because they're confused on what of those 3 options, which one are they going with? I either have enough people, therefore I'm in a good over-assigned position, based on history and what the people have done in the previous years. If I have a newer selling group or a less tenured account management group, I have no idea what they can do. I still want to put a big number out there. Why? Because I want it to look bigger than the number I have to go get. And you get paralyzed. And so therefore you wait to see what your pipelines look like as you get into the middle of Q1 and you start making assessments / guesses. Well, here's where I'm going to land in Q1. And if it doesn't look good, what starts happening? I'm going to make Q1 from a modeling standpoint look light. I'll only assign 10% out in Q1. And then we're going to really back weight Q3 and Q4. And what does that do? It puts all your eggs into the back half of the year.
Pete, that's the second budget we were just talking about, right? So you got your first budget is done, right? And that gets done sometime mid-January to early February. And then if you don't hit your quarter because you didn't have your quotas all squared away, then you reforecast mid-year and there's your second budget. Like that's the play.
But what does that do for culture and recruiting? It's you say, hey, this is your annual number. Here, let's look. We talked about a small company. Let's talk about a big one, Salesforce. They just lopped off 8,000. They don't have their quotas out because they want to see, well, let's see how we do in the first quarter. Oh, we didn't lop off enough. So here comes another cut. And oh, by the way, here are our quotas again. What it gets to this pay at risk, and we're playing this game of bonuses, and it just pisses people off.